Alright, we're gonna be watching another ranked game by me. I am still currently Masters 1, though I'm almost positive that my actual MMR now is GM5 at least. And this is going to be a game playing off against the opposing tank, who is GM1, former number 179. So this is them. You can see 2 seasons ago, GM5, 331. GM1, number 179. This is North America East, for the record. And then this season, they haven't played enough games yet, and they're still GM1 right now. They're going to be playing mostly Winston and Ramatra. They're 60%, 54% winner on Winston. They don't even wins on Ramatra yet. They only played 4 games this season. You see last season, Winston, Sigma, Ramatra. Great win rates on Ramatra at 65% winner, 54% winner on Winston, 50% winner on Sigma. So definitely Winston, Ramatra, comfort picks. Those are the same tanks that I basically faced off in this game as well. So this game's actually going to end up being a win. I think it's useful to analyze because, again, I think this is probably one of my first games against GM1. I mean, not everyone's profile is public, so you can't always tell, but it's the first one I can think of, and certainly in recent memory against a player this high. So I wanted to talk through it. And I'm definitely going to make some mistakes here, but I'm still going to win, which is actually pretty incredible because I make some really bad mistakes in this game. One thing that I would note is that I could see the profile, right? They could see mine, so we're even footing in terms of information. I knew they were playing probably Winston or Ramatra. I did not expect them to be playing Ramatra on First Point Hollywood. I don't personally, as a former Ramatra main, I actually don't feel Ramatra's good in First Point here, but they sort of make it work. That's number one. Number two, what I recognized is, remember that my only displayed rank is Masters 5, right? So if my actual rank, whenever it actually shows me an update, is let's say GM5 or even GM4, I still have at a minimum a 3 to 4 rank gap between me and the opposing tank, right? Because they're GM1. So that means in order to make this game anywhere close to even, the rest of my team is likely better than the rest of their team. Does that make sense? In order to balance out, in order to make the match win rate roughly 50-50 or as close to 50-50, if they're going to face a GM1 against a hypothetical GM5, right, displayed Masters 1, then the rest of my team has to be better than his team. So that's the perspective I'm going into it. It's like, I don't need to do anything crazy. I don't make any big plays. As long as I play pretty regular here, right, and do about as much value as the opposing tank, then I'm good. I don't need to try to outplay him. I just need to play regular. And you're going to kind of see that philosophy through the course of my game, where I'm not going to take certain risks because I don't feel like I need to. All right, we're going to come out here. This is a pretty standard lineup, especially at this rank, to play into like a dive type scenario. So we're running Winston, Ana, Brig to help defend against the bodyguard, the Ana, and then we're going to be running Ashe and then Sojourn here. So what I'm looking to do is I want to get a little bit of space in. I want to jump high ground here, and then from here I have many possible options, including dropping here, going to backside of point, jumping on top of cafe, jumping this door. Okay, but the most important thing is I got to get to this high ground first without getting melted. Then I'd be able to step up here, wait for my jump cooldown without getting melted, and then need to go again. It's going to be very hard for me to do that because they do an excellent job poking me down. Right. So looking, I'm like surprised to see the Ramatra, but I'm like, okay, I don't think I've ever played Winston versus Ramatra on this point in my life. So this was a surprise. So for the Winston versus Ramatra lineup, what's really important here is Ramatra obviously pokes you down way better than you do, right? Ramatra does 100 damage per second with his staff, up to 200 damage per second if he's headshotting you, which against Winston's pretty high. So maybe like 125, 150 damage per second average against you. Your zapping does maybe 30 damage a second if you fully charge it. So he obviously does like 3 to 5 times as much damage than poke. So like you're not going to win in a poke situation. You can dive onto him, but the problem is he's very tanky when he goes into Nemesis form. Without Nemesis form, reasonably squishy. He could theoretically die, but since he has Nemesis form available, if you dive onto him, he pops Nemesis, and then he still does more damage against you because you only do 60 damage a second. He does 80 damage a second, and it goes through shields, through barriers. So you lose whether or not you try to play the poke game or whether or not you try to face him head on. So your whole perspective here is like, ignore the Ramatra, do whatever you can against the rest of the team, right? You can zap the Ramatra if he's grouped with other people, but straight up, you're always going to lose every single matchup against the Ramatra. You are always getting less value than the opposing Ramatra all the time, unless you're diving him when he does not have Nemesis, is the only time that you might actually be okay. So again, my goal here is like, hey, go for whatever else I can. Something else to think about is he's going to try to Vortex, and he's going to try to Vortex my jumps, because Vortex will suck you to the ground. So if he pops Vortex right when I'm jumping, I'll waste jump cooldown and then get stuck in no man's land, take a ton of damage, and or die as a result of it. And that's something you're going to see as well. So he might get it before I engage, or when I engage and I'm looking to jump out, he might land the vortex again before I do that. So 2 things to think about in that from that perspective. The Brig is also going to be a problem. I know she's going to try to whip shot me constantly. I can drop barrier early to block the whip shot, but that can often be a waste. So I'm going to try to engage as best I can without forcing barrier out for just whip shot at a minimum. So that's a good example where I'm trying to take a nice clean dive. Like, this is a pretty good mechanic. So you see I barely get over the top of the edge. I could have gone even lower than that to make it the jump as fast as possible. If I did a jump like this, I easily get whip shot out of the air and never do anything. But because it's a pretty good angle, I immediately force her off high ground, and she whip shots me backwards so I don't take spam from the rest of the team. And you see I'm just going to chill here, reset, and I'm feeling pretty good, right? I'm like, oh, I'm going to be able to set up for the next jump, right? They fire Disruptor up at me. I drop right now, and then I'm going to jump in. This is a mistake. I didn't mean to land here. I meant to land on Cafe, and this is one of many mistakes I'm going to make during this game. But I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to make the best I can of it. So I immediately bail because I know that this is not going to work. Like, I'm too in. Like, I really need to land here, put bubble down, then I'm good. And I'm probably just win the fight straight up. But over here, I realize, hey, look, I got to get out of this bubble because they're going to all chase me into the bubble. And then so I go back, pause for a second. If I'm here, the reason why I don't stay here is this bubble's going to break very quickly. Okay? If they all see that I'm here, they're all going to blow up this bubble, which is going to die very fast with 4 people attacking you. At this level, they know right away when you jump in, is it a good jump or a bad jump? Every player, every support, every DPS, every tank, the second the Winston lands, they know right away, do I ignore the Winston or kite the Winston, or do I kill the Winston? So for example, if I jumped over here, I just die, right? All 4 of them enter the bubble and just kill me, for example, right? If I jump over here, this is way too shallow, like it's not deep enough, I'm not going to zap anybody, they're just going to ignore me, and they're just going to kill the rest of my team, for example, right? So I was trying to land here so that I can put the bubble down, I can zap everybody, I can step away from the edge if I need to, right? So that they can't shoot me, and then I can get healed by my team, right? Remember I have an Ana, and then I can reset or jump back onto them, whatever I want to do. Like, this is a really good spot, and I just missed the jump. This is bad mechanics. But again, I jump here, I realize, hey, I can potentially die here, so I immediately abort and come back and around the corner, because this is actually a surprisingly safe spot for offense, because only the tank can hit me. So I'm going to stay here, right? So you see, they realize, hey, look, the Winston's in, he's in too deep, I don't have bubble, and I'm in trouble here, and I'm going to jump out to not die here. So, like, I did a good job not feeding there, but then, you know, I made the best of a bad situation, right? I made a mistake initially. This is also a mistake. After I jumped in, I should have left right away, right? I should have jumped, for example, like over here and then left, or like gone back here and gone around the corner. Because you're going to see, they all realize that I don't have jump and I don't have bubble, so everyone turns the corner right now to crank out the damage on top of me because there's nothing I can do about it. And this is a really good example of what high-level play is compared to low-level play. Even Masters, there's no way they're going to be this in sync to immediately chase me down. And this is something that I just, from the fact that I played way too much quick play recently, I'm not used to getting punished this badly for this, right? I ate that headshot, and you see I go all the way in against the hedge, which doesn't block the shots, but like just try to make the angle as hard as possible because I want to force the soldier to come out as wide as she can, or has to, in order to get the clean shot on me. Right? I jump out as soon as I have jump because I don't want to die here, waiting for the Ana to reset on me. Put bubble down, right? I realize the Ramacha's locked off right now, and I think he does not have Nemesis. Yeah, he doesn't have Nemesis for another couple seconds. Right? And then he's going to pop that, and then I'm going to jump out. Very lucky to not die there. And Ramacha does a really good call here. He realizes how low I am. Right? This is a good call by him to chase and kill, despite the fact that it opens to 3 people. Right? Like, he could have gotten naded here for sure, at a minimum. But he must have known that sleep was off cooldown, because getting sleep and naded there is probably death for him. So I would say, so far, I think the tank has outplayed me, right? I think I had a better position, I just messed up mechanically. But I still think that Winston is a better choice here than in Ramacha. Like, if we equal skill, I think that Winston is better here. So Ramacha is going to pin me in place because he understands that I'm about to set up for Cafe. I'm trying to cheat here. Okay, and when I say cheat, I mean normally it's 1 jump here, 2nd jump to Cafe. But in this scenario, I'm trying to be greedy by running up here and doing 1 jump to Cafe. Because then I don't need to waste 6 seconds going up here, plus healing, right? Because they can shoot me up here to get healed and then have to jump into Cafe. So I'm trying to take cover, walk straight up, and do 1 jump into Cafe. Because if I get into Cafe right now, we probably win this fight. So he recognizes this correctly and then realizes that I'm setting up for a jump, and he vortexes me, which is a really good call. So in this situation, I can no longer jump because I'm vortexed. So this is going to lock me off, and I realize that I might as well just give up here and pop bubble because I'm taking a lot of damage, and B, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to jump back in anytime soon, right? So he completely shuts me down there on that attack, which is a really good play by him. So what I do notice right now is the soldier is on the right side, I forced her out immediately. Great. So she's used slide, which is good because after she uses slide, I think my Echo is going to realize this right away. Right? So I jump in. Echo goes. Yep. Echo realizes that the soldier's alone. Chases after. No beam. Could have killed her with beam? Question mark? Alright. Anyway, you see how my forcing the soldier out gave our Echo a chance to kill the soldier. I'm surprised she did not kill the soldier there for some reason. So I'm going to bubble dance here. Again, I can't bubble dance Nemesis punches, but I can bubble dance the Brig whip shot at least. Anna gets nervous, pops Nano here, which I don't know is entirely necessary, but it's fine. Right? So I'm going to jump on the Ana. This is a mistake of mechanics. I should have thought about the elevator, and I should have landed on the elevator. I should have gone slightly higher and landed on the elevator. So she does a really good job baiting me here. Like this is a really good play. Like this is a really smart play to like kind of buy time. The good news is after she goes up there, I'm going to charge Zap right away because I realize what has happened. Zap her, force her down, right? She dies. Excellent. And then we're going to get the cap. All right, on to phase 2. As a reminder, if you've never seen or heard me talk about this before, there's 2 areas that I really care about: general store and then bank or saloon, right? General store, right, and then saloon, aka bank, right? So you take store first, then you take saloon, all right, and then you win. that's pretty much the way Hollywood goes. All this fighting on the low ground doesn't matter. Only at lower ranks do people like actually fight on the low ground in any meaningful amount. At high ranks, it's all about control of the vertical space. Because the thing is, if you have like 5 people sitting on the cart, then the rest of the team just scatters in this here, right? And you just shoot down, and it's like shooting fish in a barrel as you try to move the cart and get shot from every single possible angle. So everyone fights over the high ground, and that's really where the big fights happen. So I'm looking for opportunities to dive, right? You see I'm diving with my Echo at the same time, right? Put down bubble. This A sinks her damage to possibly get a kill. B, it protects my Echo. That she can stay in the air now and fight a lot more than if there was no bubble. If there was no bubble, she might get burned down by Soldier and plus whip shot plus Ramatra punches or something like that. But with bubble, she's very safe to stay in longer. Anyway, Zap. Brig's gonna die, right? Soldier's gonna die. I'm gonna jump back out because I'm super low. And then I'm like, wait, where the heck's my Ana? I think my Ana is healing. Yeah, she's trying to pocket my Echo right now. Yeah. She should unscope for that shot. So my Echo's going in again, right? You can note that I probably would already be in here, but I had to wait to get re-healed. So I know the Ramatra has picked up the Mega. I can already tell from how much health he has. So I'm looking for an opportunity to follow. Right, I put down bubble to see what I can get. I'm like, nope, there's no way we can get this. Reset. Right, probably shouldn't even bothered, but you never know what you can get. Just zapping a little bit. Looking for an opportunity. So jail is the other roof here that's relevant. It's not usually that important, but sometimes it can be. When it's important, it's really important. So I could land here, for example, and really punish the Ana and the Ashe and force them to go inside at a minimum. So that's another situation I'm thinking about. But the cart is still really far away. So I don't want to go to jail while the cart is still like really, really far away. I only want to go to jail once the cart's like over here. So that's why I'm just playing slow right now and looking for opportunities. I do notice the Ashe has separated from the team. You see, Ramatra's over here, Soldrin's over here, Brig in the middle, Anna's following the Brig, Ashe is all alone. So that's why I'm trying to land on the Ashe right now. But I'm trying to specifically land on the opposite side because the Brig has done a really good job tracking me all game, right? See, like, right here. She's looking, she's waiting, she sees this, she realizes, hey, I'm going for the Ashe, and goes right over. This is one of the reasons why I didn't land on top of her, is because if she's pocketed by the Brig, she can just stand in the bubble, literally stand still and kill me. Because the healing is going to out-heal my damage, and she can just kill me in the bubble. So I don't want to accidentally die here. So I just want to play safe, right? That's fine. I didn't even use bubble here. You notice I didn't use bubble because I knew right away that she was going to coach gun. So I saved bubble, which is great. It's a good call by me. And I'm looking to come in on the backside of their team because I recognize, hey, look, a fight's happening over here. The Ramatra's pushing into my team, but it's fine because I can push into the backside of their team, and we'll just see which tank can get more value. I'm in on 2. Anna wastes sleep there, right? I'm in on 3 right now. I jump in, and then this is good, right? I land, and now I can prop Primal, so I have an opportunity to kill a lot of people here, right? I get stunned because I force out Rally. I have no idea where everybody went here. It's like super hard to see. Oh yeah, I feel like I missed seeing where the Ana was, but I was hitting her every attack. I just couldn't see her. But I also see the kill feed right now is that the Ramatra has killed now 3 people on my team. So if we look at what the Ramatra is doing during this, so as a reminder, while this is happening, I'm getting ready to engage on the Ashe. So we can watch from the Ramatra's perspective. Vortex is the Echo to the ground, shields off healing, forces out copy, right? Punching the Sojourn, right? Ramatra ulti's popped, So Ana whiffs that sleep really badly. Going for the copy, going for the mercy, kills the mercy. Yeah, so he just runs over their team. Like it just what's even used here? I think Nano is used here, and Ramatra ulti is used here. So on our side, we use Simwall, we use Primal, and we use Copy, and Valk. So they pop 2 for 4 here, 3 for 4. Yeah, I force out rally. Right. Now, to be fair, some of these ultis that are used on our side are like maybe not such a great idea. Like I don't really know why the Simwall is popped. Like I don't know what caused the Simwall to be popped here. A, but B, I think Copy is probably okay. I think it was mostly to save the Echo's life. And then when was this? Oh, Valk is popped ahead of time. Yeah, Valk is popped ahead of time. Yeah, anyway, regardless, they come out ahead in this trade for sure. I think that I probably did things right. I think that the only option that I could have done things differently would have been to try to lock off the Ramatra from the back line, right? I could have dropped like around here and forced them back and forced just the Ramatra in. But honestly, with Nano Ramatra, it still looked like he was going to kill everybody. And my team just did a poor job kiting him. So, is what it is, right? I'm like, okay, cool, well, time to get out. I wanted to see if I can get the soldier, and I'm like, nope, this is not going to happen. But this is okay, because I think I'm switching? Am I not switching? No, I'm not switching. I'm going to switch pretty soon, though. Quote-unquote pretty soon. I think I'm going to get another Primal first. Alright, so they pop Bob. I immediately lock off the Bob. Sim wakes him, which is fine. This is a good trick. I've never seen this before, putting it on teleporter, try to bait him towards it. I think I've heard of it before, but it was kind of cute to see it. And then the bubble even prevents it from dying quickly. So we burn down Bob fast. The problem is we've lost our Echo. I go in. So you see how many tools they have if you do a bad jump, right? It's really hard for me to get this angle, so I have a lot of airtime. So Coach Gun plus Whip Shot easily knocks me back off, right? I get completely shredded here just trying to jump onto high ground. So I think that I either A, have better mechanics, B, just use the elevator to go up, or C, jump from over here, where it'll be much harder for them to see me go on the way up. Right, getting healed. I saw the res go off. I see the Sojourn's here, she's low. I force slide, great, we'll take it. Unfortunately, I'm kind of stuck here, right? You see, again, one of the things to note is when I can't do anything of value and I'm getting shot, I always turn my head away to reduce the damage I take. It makes a big difference. Like, you might not think it does, it makes a huge difference on how much damage you will take. So, trying to cover from that. Yep, trying to zap the soldier and having bad mechanics, missing a bunch of shots here. The bubble here does a lot of work, I'm pretty sure. Right? So, overclock gets popped. Right, she only shoots me with it. She's looking for backline. Right, Bubble's here. Anna's covering. Yeah, see, the Sim's shooting at her, but you can't hit her because of the bubble. Yeah, I feel like the bubble did all right there. So I shut down overclock for the cost of one bubble, which is excellent value, right? When people talk about value, using a regular ability to shut down an ultimate, excellent value. Almost always excellent value. Very rare that's not good. Our Echo's gonna die here. She's like super committed. I bet what's happening here. Yeah, she greets. I bet what happens here is that she was probably expecting me to join her. Like, you see, if I went in with her, like, this is an easy kill. But the problem is I can't go in with her because I'm blocking overclock right now. And I'm wait, this is 2 jumps for me, so, like, it's going to take me at least 7 seconds to get here. So, I think the soldier just needs to play slow when she hears that overclock. Anna pops Nano here. I don't think this is a great situation. I obviously do not have a lot of people to zap. Zap the Brig, she's low, but I recognize, like, if I drop, I don't think I can actually kill her. I think I get shredded by the Ashe. Though, in retrospect, how much time is left on Nano? Yeah, I don't think I could kill her. I don't think I could kill her. Yeah, I think I would have dropped, and then she would have whip shot me out of she would have whip shot me out of the door, and I would have fed because the Ashe would have killed me in the back. So I think it was the right call for me not to chase there. I see the Ashe has gone in. She's low. Now I chase and try to kill her. She's super low. Want to get the kill? Can't get it. It's a reset anyway. As a reminder, my Echo died at the beginning of the fight, so no matter what, it was 4 and 5. So looking for another opportunity. See, this is a good example where I try to jump right here, and then he vortexes me to the ground, and then I waste my cooldown, and I don't go. That's fine. I'll take the elevator up, walk in, bubble right away, don't want to die. This is a very small thing, but I really want to bubble over here, not over here. That gives me more space to push the push the bridge. But the problem is because of Disruptor, I wanted to immediately get to the side of the Disruptor. Disruptor does 200 damage over, what is it, like 10 seconds, 5 seconds, something like that. It's a lot of damage. You do not want to mess around with it. It will kill you from full health as a squishy. I get super low here. Ramacha's going to drop. So this is unfortunate. I think... No, my Anna's fine. She like sort of needed this. She has one punch. She should have waited for the Ramacha to drop before grenading. This is a mistake. I think Anna's on both teams were probably the weakest player on both teams, based on what I saw. So I wake him right away. This is kind of the problem when you sleep somebody at point blank, is that he just gets woken up. Like, it's hard to stop shooting in time. I see the Brig is low, or was fighting somebody, but I'm like, look, I'm probably going to die here, so I'm just trying to zap it out. And then so it goes. My team asked me to go, or Anna specifically asked me to go D.Va now, which I don't feel like solves any of the problems, but I was willing to do it. I'm like, look, I will go for Primal first and then switch to D.Va. But I do not think D.Va helps these issues, right? Like, it's not... I think that our Anna's really struggling against the opposing tank, but, like, she just needs to play her life a lot more and play a lot safer versus kind of putting... Like, she didn't need to climb an elevator with me, for example. But I think I was getting more value on Winston than I would have on D.Va. I think D.Va would have been shut down here. So I lose Echo right away. You're going to see me jump backwards because Echo died right here, and I'm going to put Bubble down. I should put Bubble down a little later. But it's still enough to stop this. Bob gets popped. I see that it's running, and you see that I'm intentionally going to get out of the way. Sometimes it's actually the right call to walk into it and stop it short to put it in a bad position. But I realize that the angle looks like it's going to go past me, so I just scoot past it and let it run by. Because if it hits, the first person it hits, it will then stop right here and start shooting. But it looks like it's going to keep running all the way to the end, so I'm like, cool, just let it go. So hopefully Mercy doesn't die to that. She does not. Getting ready for the next phase. Yep. Zap. The Sojourn makes a massive mistake. I have no idea what the Sojourn was thinking dropping here. Like, this is intentional. This is not, like, she did not, like, misclick. She intentionally dropped. This is a throw. Yeah, the DPS were not so good. It's very possible that, like, the enemy tank, and, like, they could be, like, a 3-stack or something, too. The enemy tank could be, like, GM1, like, queued with, I don't know, GM3s or something. The skill differential seemed pretty significant. Great example of how strong Brig is against double support. I'm going. I don't have Bubble right now, but that's okay, because even if I got low, I would have popped Primal. I was expecting to need the Primal right away. I don't know why Mana grenaded me. So, Wall's popped, Rally's popped. So we're all just kind of chilling here. Zap, 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 zap. There's not a lot I can do here. You see my Ramacha's already killed too. I'm already aware of this. I'm just trying to see if I can get a kill here. Maybe see something happens. So I'm popping Primal here because I know I'm swapping. Kill the that was probably some of the best juggling that I've ever done. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of those might have been a false double hit, but that's pretty good. I killed her about as fast as I mechanically could have in that situation, so I'm pretty happy about that. Anyway, I'm going to die here, feed 1,000 health of charge, which is not great. Swap back to D.Va. So my team loses the Echo somehow, and then but my Anna kills the Brig, which is great. Good trade. I'm trying to knock people off the bridge. I get super low here. Ramacha tries to kill. I pop missiles because I thought it was going to be a duel to the death with him. Ramacha's here. He dies. Great. Sojourn's overclocked in the back. I'm going to DM just to see, make sure my Echo doesn't die right away. I thought there's going to be somebody up here. I'm like, what the heck? So she's actually inside of Saloon, which I did not realize. I was like listening to try to figure out where the hell she was. Alright, here's the Brig. Kill the Brig. Excellent. I was feeling pretty good about this. Enemy tank goes ball here to try to contest, which I understood. I saw the swap already. Like, I'm looking at the scoreboard, so I'm planning on jamming him up in the doorway. But I'm just a little bit too slow. Right? I'm trying to burn the ball as fast as I possibly can. Great. I don't know why the ball even contested that early. The ball had time. Like, he could have waited like 3-4 more seconds at least to contest this. So I'm thinking right now, do I really want to play D.Va into this final point? Or do I want to swap? I decided I want to swap, and I'm going to swap to Orisa. And why am I swapping to Orisa? So he's gone Ramatra. I feel this is a very brawly final point, right? Dive is much harder because it's like basically just one lane with not a lot of verticality. Like fighting for like defense is not set up here. You know what I mean? This is not an important high ground for defense. It's just too easy for you to push them back. So mostly it's going to be about playing in this main space and then playing the edges here. One thing you might note about these edges is they're all next to a wall, so javelining people is a lot easier. There's also lots of cover here, so like when you have cooldowns, you need to reset. Like as Orisa, you can easily hide behind something. But it's mostly about, hey, the enemy tank is going to stand right here, and they're going to stop the cart, and then you got to figure out like how to get open through that. As Winston, usually it's going for the backline, but if I don't have easy ways to die the backline, like on this point, Winston's kind of useless. I could play D.Va here, which is Brawlier up front, but Ramattra has a shield every 4 seconds, which is, or has a 4-second shield every 14 seconds, 16 seconds, which is going to make it a lot harder for me to push through him, plus block. So he can probably stall my damage out forever just standing in this one spot. And again, you can go after the sides, but like, you can get melted relatively quickly in D.Va when you're getting shot in the flanks. It doesn't feel right. I really want somebody that has very consistent frontline damage to just push through the choke and let my DPS take care of the rest, which is why I'm going for Orisa here. I feel very comfortable playing the Orisa versus Ramattra matchup. I used to play that a lot in Season 2, I think. Yeah, I think Season 2 I was an Orisa main, and Season 3 I was a Ramattra main. So I even have a video on my channel already for Orisa versus Ramattra against a GM Ramattra, I believe. Like a 60-65% winner Ramattra. So, one thing you'll notice is I'm not pushing up to take space. There's a really intentional reason for that. I want to move the card as soon as possible. We only got a minute left to this corner. I can't take any more space. Like, let's say I was playing here. I can't force the Ramattra back. It's just not possible. There's not enough damage coming from me, and he's going to get pocketed by the Ana the whole time. I literally can't push him back. Same thing for over here. I can't take this space away from them right now. I need to move the cart up to get my supports up with me. Then I can commit into them. That's why I'm sitting on cart, to move the cart faster. Like, small things like that can add up. Can really add up, right? Because it might get you a fight 5-10 seconds sooner. This javelin somehow, what happens to this javelin? So I see the Ashe over here. I'm trying to look for the javelin kill on her. Did it hit the side of the... What the heck? Alright, I would just like clarify, this is the way it looked on my screen as well. Like, it's not just a replay bug, this is the way it legitimately looked. Like, I was aiming clearly over the corner of the shield. You see where our crosshair is? This is some garbage. Yeah, I was looking, I remember in game, I'm like, what? The shield is like wider than it looks. Whatever. So he pops Vortex early, which is a mistake. I don't know why he did that. I think he's probably just trying to farm ulti. So this is another good example of where playing Orisa is so good. I should have popped Fortify right away, I just wasn't fast enough. So I'm going to spin. I was like, oh shit, I had to pop spin and Fortify here because I made a mistake. So I'm going to kite the Bob. And this is a great example, right, again, as I was saying, why Orisa was so good here. Because I can use Javelin to interrupt, or Fortify, or Spin to interrupt Bob, which is very strong in this point. I can shut down the Ramattra ulti, right? I can force him back, force him to only have to punch me, and I can push through him. And I can, for example, potentially Javelin kill either the Tracer or the Ana. Anyway, so in this situation, I'm going to shut down this Bob completely, just from using my abilities, right? Nothing special happens here. In fact, I very nearly die here because I popped them late, right? Which is definitely a mistake. I pop Fortify and Spin. My team does a really, really good job keeping me alive. We burn down the Bob. Yep, Bob's dead. Right? And now I push in. So he messes up, gets stuck against the wall, burn him down, right? I recognize he's killable here, but there's multiple people. You see that everybody steps forward, which is the correct choice, right? This is what you do as a support, for the record, when your tank has made a mistake. Step forward and save them. Because if the tank dies here, we're just going to run over the rest of the team anyway, and then you're all going to get staggered. So you might as well all step up, save your tank, and win or die together. Very, very important. So I'm going to stun him out of block, right? Chasing him down. I recognize all 4 people here. Nano is popped on the Tracer. So at this point, I'm just spinning, right? Because I understand everyone's going to pop. Probably I'm going to get sleeper grenaded right now. So I'm just trying to spin everybody, right? Do multiple damage. It does 100 damage, which is not trivial against 2-4 people. Knock them all back. So all 4 of them are knocked back into the lane. They have no angles, right? Nano Tracer's not able to do anything. Ramattra can't do anything. Ana can't do anything. Break can't do anything. So did a good job displacing them. Burn, 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 burn. I get a little low there. Nano Tracer's in right now. There's not a lot I can do about her. I missed the Javelin. Burn, burn, burn. So I know the Tracer's on the right, and I know she doesn't have rewind. Yep, I heard the rewind. So I'm trying to chase down the Tracer. I'm looking for the Javelin, but I get too low here. The Widow headshot, I think, causes me to abort this plan. Right? I get that shot or something. Anyway, cumulative damage pops me. I hear the gas. I immediately spin, turn left, because I hear the Widow. Widow tries to get that final kill on me. She sticks me. This is unlucky. So the general advice for if you get stuck, as any hero, is to stand still and let your teammates run away from you, right? That way you don't walk into them. In this situation, the only reason why I walk backwards is because I get nervous that I want to get... I didn't realize my teammates were like on me. But I wanted to get behind the lip of this at least so the Tracer couldn't get 2 more clips into me. She's going to get 1 more guaranteed, but if I don't step back, she's going to get 2. So I'm going to kill my Symmetra here, which is my bad. I should have just ate it out here. Right? You see, if I stood still, the Sim gets out of the way and lives, and this costs us this fight. So without Sim, I think it costs us this fight. We're eventually gonna get this actually. So my perspective right now is Sim's dead. We're in 4 and 5 situation, and they have spawn advantage. We need to figure out how to go faster, but the problem is without any health, I can't go fast at all. I really have no ability to dictate the speed of this fight. So I'm just gonna chill and play really slow. Like, I'm gonna sit on the cart, not because I'm worried about overtime or anything like that. I'm playing back here so that I can get healed up. That's the most important priority for me. I'm gonna spend to kind of cut some damage, knock the Ramattra out of position. I see the Ana up top. Go for the Javelin, hit the Javelin. Unfortunately, this is a very weird stun. I think she's going to slide off the post. Yeah! Okay, so I can relatively consistently kill somebody who gets knocked into a wall from this range, but because she hits the post and slides to the left, I can't get any of the shots in. So I immediately just give up on that because I know she's going to take cover. Looking to see what I can do. Trying to play slow. I don't know what the heck this... How did this Widow get here? Oh, she's reloading right now. She doesn't have grasp or grapple, so easy. Should be easy killing her. I see my echoes on her though, so I'm like, forget it. I just want to prioritize saving myself, right? I pop spin. I see Ramattra go for the ulti, and then I pop my ulti to pull him back in, right? So this is gonna shut him down. He's trapped in here. I know he's gonna block, but that's fine, right? It is what it is. Right, so I've wasted most of the time of his ulti at least, just having him just focus on not dying. Right, I pop Fortify to give myself more life, knock him out of blocks. I see these killable. Nope, 2 supports here, not gonna die anymore. Now I'm just knocking everybody off their game. Right, I'm purple, now I'm gonna die. See, this time I do it correctly. Tracer farms another pulse in 1 fight. See, I stand still now, and I just die. But the good news is my team is going to clutch this, I think. I might even come back. Yeah, my team clutches this without me. Alright. So I would say overall in offense, I think opposing team definitely outplayed me on point number 1. I think point number 2, I played better, or I would say even. I would say even. No, I would say even or a little worse. And I think point number 3, I played better. Anyway, think about defense right now. So I recognize that the opposing tank is probably going to be playing Winston here, and which is fine. Just because I know Winston's like one of the most played tanks, I'm sure they feel comfortable with it. I don't expect them to play Ramattra on offense. That feels crazy to me. That's almost as bad as playing Ramattra on defense here. So I'm going to be playing Winston as well, right? Just feel like Winston's just so good right now. I'm going to jump in. I was hoping to get a little more damage, but I'm going to lock the back of the team off. The goal here is Winston's going to go in. Nothing I can do is stop him, and I'm going to lock off the back side of the team, these 3, and prevent them from doing anything after the Winston goes in. So Winston's going to get shredded right now, take damage, etc. And then once again, he's going to outplay me at this point, I'm pretty sure. So this jump right here is me losing a tank fight. So I don't want to jump out of here, but the problem is he bubbles in behind me, which is a really good call. And then that forces me out of the bubble, or else I'm going to die. And thus, I've given up the ability to pressure him, or take high ground, or pressure the choke. So any 3 of my jobs, I'm doing 0 of them right now, which is no good, and I know that. I knew it right away. I get stuck. Right? I decide to play close at this corner because I know everyone's here. I go high ground. It's unfortunate. Echo and Mercy are too high for me to do anything about it. I'm going to drop again, put bubble down. Winston's going to try to bubble me off. This is the right call. So Winston just, I would say, just severely outplays me here. Like, he knows right away, like, I just don't have enough survivability here. Even with bubble, like, even though I'm in bubble here, there's just too much damage coming in, and it just shreds the bubble. This is just, everything here was misplayed by me. I really played poorly on the first point for both rounds. And this is going to force the point to lose. So I'm going to swap from Winston to D.Va. I feel better defending high ground as Winston. Because the thing is, if Winston jumps for high ground and you're playing Winston, what do? Right? You just sit there and get zapped with everybody else. If you're playing D.Va, you can knock him off or you can burn him really fast. So I decided to just play D.Va here, where I have less of the group pressure, but that's okay because I'm better at defending the high ground, which is my real goal. So my whole goal here is defend high ground, also absorb as many echo sticky bombs as I can. No, not that one. Alright, just chilling. So Winston, notice, is not diving right now because he doesn't want to dive into me until he has to. Because I probably saved her life here. Yeah, I definitely saved her life there. And that's why D.Va's good. So burn, 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 right? Okay, I didn't get those stickies either. So Winston's going to come up, and I'm immediately... I don't really know. This is kind of an awkward jump for him, too. Was he trying to land? I don't know. I don't know where he's trying to land. He might have been trying to land, like, right at the edge. But I knock him back right away, so he gets no value out of this. Right? I think he thinks I'm distracted from the DM. Right? I bump him right off. Okay, can't do anything. Card's still moving, which is good for him. But the thing is, like, now I'm burning him with missiles, because I want him to bubble right now. This is the reason why I'm using missiles, is because I'm 75-80% going to hit him on him right now. And I want him to bubble to get spooked. He, excellent discipline here, does not bubble, even though he takes all the damage. And now he's going to go in right now. The reason why I don't want him to bubble down there is then he wastes it. If he bubbles up here, it's going to mess up my whole team. He comes in right now. I'm going to try to knock him off. It doesn't quite work. But I'm going to enter the bubble right away, and then he's going to get super low. Right. And then he's going to get very low, and I'm going to kill him when he has like 1 health with like my 1 health pellets at this range, which forces a stagger. I go for the BAP here. I saw the Mercy to my left, but I assume she has GA. And if she has GA, then like going for her doesn't help at all, right? I force the early lamp out, which is great. Kill the lamp, kill the BAP. I want to kill the Echo. I see the Mercy, want to kill the Mercy. Oh, kill the Mercy. I see my Echoes here, go after the Echo. Great, excellent. That's all. Good staggers, right? Good staggers. Buys us more time off the clock. Oh, by the way, quick thing, polite. Always make sure that anybody else is coming up with the elevator with you and wait for them. Especially ground down heroes. It seems like a silly thing, but Ana had to wait for the other elevator. I've literally seen games lost where you take the elevator up and your support or DPS can't follow you up and then you lose because of it. It's like a minor thing, but it can make a big difference. So I decided to change my positioning a little bit because nobody is really on high ground right now. You see that there's nobody here. So I decided to play close where I can burn the monkey before he can do the jump. Right? And again, monkeys don't want to jump, but they have half health, so useful thing to do. So I'm going to bait that there. I think I ate this Heinrich for myself, but either way I knew it was going to kill me. So you see I'm working at the monkey. Alright, window gets popped. See, I DM to make sure nobody dies from the initial burst of it. Then once the window is here, now I can use the wall to kind of put pressure here. Walls, by the way, have so much health. I can't remember what the number is, but it's like 5,000. It's some crazy number for Sim Wall. Pretty much the only time it'll ever go down is Nano Whole Hog is the only thing that'll destroy a Sim Wall. Even like Nano Bastion, I don't think does enough. For Perspective, Whole Hog does 3 times as much damage as Bastion Soul Form. Anyway, so you see right here, my whole goal is, look, I'm pretty safe behind the Sim Wall. I just want to apply pressure, right? I'm not taking any damage here, really. Right? Trying to pressure the Winston as long as I can. As soon as the wall's gone, I do not want to stay here. They're going to poke me down way too easily. So I go back to high ground. So Echo Duel happens. So I'm trying to figure out what happens here. So I looked at this and I'm like, I want to burn the D.Va down, but it's really hard to burn D.Va down, obviously, because she has Matrix. So I just decided to give up because I hear the Winston go. And I'm like, look, I'm better off going for the Winston right now, popping missiles, right, burning him down. He gets low. He probably has Primal, he does. But somebody's got to force him to do Primal. Come back high ground. I don't know what the Cassidy's shooting at, but I realized that because he rolls forward here, I assume he has the opportunity to get a kill, which is correct. Yeah, he's going for the Echo. So I'm going to DM here. Does this actually stop him from shooting? I think so. Yeah. So one of the important things about Matrix is reading enemy body language. Okay? So the Cassidy's here, right? This is fine. So he's going to start shooting at the Echo. And even though he both A, hears me, and B, feels me shooting him, he's ignoring me, and he rolls forward. This tells me he's able to kill somebody. Right? Because this is a big risk for him to roll forward. Rolling backwards, guarantee he lives. Rolling forwards, he might die here. So he's only going to do that if he thinks that the risk is worth the reward, which means I know that he's about to kill somebody. That's why I'm DMing him constantly here. I only stop DMing once he turns back towards me. But little things like this, like if my Echo dies here, we basically no way we win this fight. Echo is probably the best person on my team. Anyway, I forced them back. I'm going to stay up here. This is a really bad moment for me. So I'm going to go up here. Echo's going to chase me. I'm going to lose mech. So I didn't expect there to be nobody here. So Winston did a good job knocking all my supports back. I think he also killed my Ana, and I just didn't realize this, so I just dropped my cart to suicide. So from here, looking for an opportunity to try to stall the cart. I know we're not feeling super good here in this situation, but you know, time's time. Beam is popped. This is also a mistake. Echo plays really well against D.Va because the beams melt you down. Because you usually start DMing when you're about half health, and the beam like does 200 damage a second, and destroys you so fast. So Bap does a jump, and this is a bad jump. He jumps way too high in the air. Everybody realizes this, right? The Echo realizes it, or Sim realizes this. I realize this, right? And we just also the Echo realizes this is why mechanics matter. Okay, this is a fatal jump. Like literally, just this one jump gets him. Like you see, he's not even all the way back on the ground before he dies. All three of us are like, this Baptiste made a mistake, and let's kill him, right? Little things make the difference between winning or losing fights, and winning or losing fights changes how games end, right? Little things. So with the Bap dead, I know they have way less sustain, right? I hear the Echo on my backside, right? Burn her down. I figure that she probably doesn't have flight right now, because generally speaking, if she gets a kill this deep, it means she probably had to use flight to get it. So actually, let's see if that's true. So it uses flight, right? Sticks. Yeah, so she had to use flight, an aggressive flight to get it, which means she's not going to have flight again for another few seconds. I realized that right away. Boost into her and get the kill. I wouldn't have done that if I thought she had flight. But from here, burning tank down, right? I'm just trying to build my own ulti here. I start trying to kill the Mercy here, but I take too much damage from the Cassidy. I DM and I'm like, it's not worth it. I don't want to lose mech here. Losing mech here would be throwing the game. So watching again, they are setting up, right, running it down main. Winston's going to go up on me. I'm going to knock him off right away. He's low, and I make another mistake right here. So what I wanted to do was I want to knock him out of the air and then shoot him a little bit and then fly back to high ground. The problem is I canceled my flight. So I land here and I'm like, oh, I fucked up. Yeah, this is throwing. This is like straight up throwing. I really don't deserve to win this game because like between that and the other, the bad dives I had Winston on the first point, I like really threw the game. So they cap first, they cap second, 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes left. This is an okay time. I don't think it's a great time. I don't think it's a bad time, but it's doable, right? Definitely doable that we can hold this. So still running as Winston or D.Va here. So my goal here is I want to play close and I want to burn them down because the Echo doesn't want to mess with me so much because it just takes too long to burn through me. The Winston obviously loses the straight up fight, and I want to burn the Winston before he can dive in. That's my perspective. And I also want to control that Mega as much as I can. Right, burning the Winston, like this is a lot of damage. Like I don't even have missiles right now. I already burned through half his health. Like this is no joke. D.Va does 140 damage a second, so if you're getting all headshots, it's 280 damage a second. You shred. You shred tanks, right? Any fat targets, you shred them. So you see, when I see the Cassidy go across the corner, I'm gonna DM right away, right? Eat the grenade, great. So as soon as one gets popped, I just try to back up. Except I see Simwall gets popped to counter, great. I'll stay in. Right? So lots of quick decision making right here. Cassidy, don't want to mess with him. All right, I could dive him, but like the supports are just going to realize it and save him. Winston, I need to prevent him from doing anything. Right? So I can go up and burn him. I can also go for the Cassidy, but the Winston's more of a priority because the bubble is currently stopping me from killing the Bap anyway. So I miss missiles, go for the Winston, force the Winston back. I use the wall here, right? Good wall, really good wall. Right? You see how much damage I'm doing to the Winston? I forced Lamp out because they're so scared of the Winston dying. I saw the Winston was low. I was hoping to kill him. So you can hear the Ana popping group up, which tells me that most likely she does not have line of sight on me. Right? So you can see when she pops that, now I'm going to start backing up, hold Matrix, and then fly back out. So Winston comes in to try to kill me. He realizes how low I am, right? Reloads. He jumps in. He's trying to demech me, which I totally understand, right? Good call by him, right? But the thing is, he makes the wrong call here. He thinks this is a big risk for him, right? We forced Primal out in a bad situation. I guarantee you, he did not want to jump in, pop Primal, and immediately jump out. This tells me mistake, right? Definitely a mistake. So I popped bomb here because what was going on in my head was if he pops primal, then I can pop bomb in exchange, and then we'll get our ultis back at roughly the same time. And hopefully the bomb will offset any value that he'll get from primal. Unfortunately, the bomb is not good. This was not a good bomb. I probably should have tossed it high to the left. Maybe. It's like tricky. This is like not a great place for bombs in general. Let me actually think about this again. I should have tossed it this way. Yeah, I should have tossed it into this left wall, like here, and have it slide and pop right here. Would have cut way more of the angles out. But it does slow him down a little bit, but not a great ulti at all. I would say even bad ulti. Not poor ulti. Bad is maybe too much. So Cassidy, I see, uses roll here, so I go for them right away. Right, I pop missiles. So I see our primal rage Echo is trying to kill the Cassidy. He's being pocketed by the Mercy, but I'm too far away to actually go for him anyway. I go and engage on the Winston. I see Cassie's low again. I DM to make sure nobody dies. Alright, I want that Mega back. Alright. Just DMing, just chilling, just regular posturing for position. So Winston's gonna get this Mega, or he has control of the Mega now. So I'm going to fly around the corner. Could he have popped me here? No, he couldn't have. It was close, but he couldn't have popped me. So I DM, make sure he doesn't kill anybody else. Right, he fires for some reason. He should have just canceled. Canceling is always better than shooting at nobody because it doesn't give them an audio cue that it's over. So now, as I mentioned before, the way you play this, you just kind of block the cart. I can actually let the cart go up a little further, but I felt fine playing at this angle. And my perspective is I just want to burn the Winston, right? Always burning the Winston. Because as long as I'm shooting the Winston, that's 144 damage a second that they have to deal with, right? Somebody on the team has to heal that damage that I'm dealing to the Winston, or else the Winston's going to die. Or the Winston has to leave. That's my perspective as to why I go. So we're going to get a pick right now. And then Winston and me both realize at the same time. They have a Mercy, they're going to go for the res. I go in right away. So they're going to try to cancel it, or rather, he's trying to protect the res. I'm trying to cancel the res. The problem is I'm a little slow. But the good news is, I do so much damage to the Echo right away that she forces copy out. And as mentioned previously, it is quite hard to burn Echo down quickly. I do get her, yep. I can't believe she still manages to get... Is she actually landing these? Oh my god. Stopping Baby Diva from remeching is like... Echo copy is like impossible. She's literally getting 12% ulti per hit. Like, it's just... Baby Diva is just... Echo Baby Diva ulti is broken. Like, why even bother? This demechs me, which is unfortunate. So I'm gonna pop ulti here. So I demech her again, which is, is what it is. Things are not looking good for our team. I'm trying to slow down the fight as much as I can. Because I feel like, look, there's still a minute 23 left. I really need to play time here. So, Nano gets popped. Kill the Cassidy at least. Kill the Winston. Go for the Mercy. Bap's stuck in the corner. Bap dead. Great. So, you see, we're going to set up over here. We're setting up closer to their spawn, right? Try to burn people out. Force them to have to fight for the space. You see I used missiles early on the Winston. Force him back right away. He's already down over half his health, right? You saw when he jumped out. Every jump he does out is a jump that he can't do forwards. I know it seems obvious, but like they only have 50 seconds left, right? Any time I can use to burn clock is great. Echo Beam is coming for me. I'm cutting this a little close. So I make a mistake here. So I have to guess a little bit at where the Echo is. So this is tough. I think I should have wiggled up and down, and tried to save her, or even just accepted that I was gonna get shot here. Because yeah, I think I should accept taking the shot here and then look to see where the Echo was and just DM'd her. You know what I mean? So instead of trying to do it this way, just immediately look and just look at the Echo, because I knew he was going for the Echo right away. Yeah, I think this is a mistake. I should have saved the Echo here. So Primal gets popped, trying to burn him, right? Holding the rest of the team back as best I can. Good sim wall. With rare times, I think perpendicular walls are good. Perpendicular walls, I think, are good for defense. Worse for offense. Right? So Primal Rage does nothing. I burn through the bubble right away. I hear the Echo on the left. Oh boy, she nearly kills two. I saw that live too. So Cassie is going to go on the right flank. He's gonna 2-tap someone, I think. Or just 1-tap the sim. Yeah, he just yeah, because he's damage boosted. He just 1-taps the sim. So I had very little warning of this. I hear the footsteps. Yeah, I hear it like too late. I try to go in right away because Cassie doesn't really have any survival, and I knew the Tracer was there as well. Trying to prevent the Cassie from killing anybody. So I'm gonna make another questionable bomb right now. So I'm gonna get a little bit low here, but I realize my team's kind of getting overwhelmed. Right, I only have double support here. I really need to try to get some damage in, hopefully get a kill. So I'm gonna pop the bomb here, and hopefully they get confused at where it is. This is actually an excellent bomb, but the problem is the timing is all wrong because the bubble goes down right when I toss it. But I actually think this is a good bomb because I think the team was like, wait, what the heck? I don't think they realized exactly where that bomb was gonna go, which was the hope, right? I wanted the confusion. They're like, wait, is this gonna slide forwards or is it gonna fall straight down? Obviously, if that bubble hadn't been there, that would have been, I think, fight winning. But it's overtime. We don't get an overtime. All right, this is where the true gamers are made. So we're in overtime. Both have 1 minute because we both capped in overtime. We are an offense first, which puts us on a disadvantage, right? Offense first means the reason why you want to be defense first is because you know how far you need to push it, which is very, very important because it changes your decision making. So it's a random coin flip, but ideally, defense first is more likely to win than offense first. More information is always better than less information. I can get poked out here. Once again, running Vermatra versus my Winston. I'm going to try to have a better showing than I did last time. Charge. They're already gone. All right, fine. We'll take the high ground right here. So Tracer gets a kill on the... Does she just one-clip her? What happens here? Oh no, Ashe kills her. Yeah, it's a good vortex. Alright. So with that, I try to kill the Tracer. Tracer's out. Right? Again, any kill here is great because we have huge spawn advantage, so it is what it is. Vermatra makes a good call here. He realizes I'm purple. He realizes he's in Nemesis form. I almost die here. I have to chill. I don't want to use bubble. Right? Chill, 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 chill. I jump in the cafe. This is what I want to do last time. I did it correctly this time. You see how it forces everybody back away from this side. That's the goal, right? Everybody gets forced either inside or away towards dumpster, which is excellent. Right? That splits the team. And then from here, I can jump in. Honest dead. Ashe is low. I want to get the kill. Get the kill. I jump over here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a clutch moment. So Tracer's here. She gets the mini, which I knew she was going to get. I knew she has rewind. I'm waiting. For the record, this is a 1-on-2 situation, but we have turrets everywhere. I'm low, though. I'm like half health without bubble. Kill Tracer. Great. So I want to rewind this because I think it's worth covering. So remember, they got the better of us in the first fight, but now this is our last fight, right? This is one-fight territory. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They have all 5 people set up, but these 2 are set up all the way over at the Mega. So I'm going to jump over here, right? Force the Ana to look away, right? And force the Ashe to stop doing anything. Coach Gun is used. They all get pushed towards the rest of my team. As a result, they can't do anything to help the side. So Echo Mercy, very strong. Beam goes down, burns down the Brig. Ana's not able to help this because she's looking at me. She sort of helps it. But now she's forced out of position. Again, if they're playing here, they can survive for a really long time. But because they're played way out of position right now, nothing stops them from just dying. So even though Ashe does her job, kills the Echo and kills the Mercy on my team. So, but that's fine, right? I'm gonna trade out, kill her. Gonna lose more here, but like nothing I can do to stop that. Bubble goes down. Kill Vermatra, excellent. And then, this is the rest of the fight, right? Fairly easy clutch from here. But this was obviously a very tense fight. If we didn't cap this, then we wouldn't have gotten any progress on the point. So we're going to cap. I debate switching heroes here. I thought about going D.Va. I thought about going even Reinhardt here. Not Reinhardt. Reinhardt would have made more sense when we had Symmetra. Like a Reese or something, because I know it's going to be a brawl on the point, on the payload at the very end. And I don't think we're going to be able to take it all the way to the end. But I figure, hey, I'm almost at ulti, I might as well go in. This is a big play right here. So I'm timing to go in with the Echo, right? 6 stickies go off, I land in right away, bam, 2 kills right away. We just won the fight. Like, that moment right there is big, right? Stickies are in, right? She kills one slash, I mean, I think she almost would have killed it by herself straight up. But then from here, right, this is one more. Anna survives down here. I did not realize that. Echo tries to get the kill. Ramattra doing a good job poking her out. I'm resetting. I think I know at this point that the Ana is live somewhere, but she's like far away. Rewind's popped. I'm gonna go up again, trying to kill a Tracer. I see the Ana in the distance. I can't really go. I thought about it, but like with Vortex, I couldn't go yet. Now I can go. So I lock off the Ram because the Ram is low. So I want to lock off the Ram from healing, right? Because you see how low he is. He's gonna die almost instantly. Ana makes the right call here to Nano to save him, and then I'm hopefully gonna turn right away. Yeah, I'm gonna turn right away on the Ana. Kill her. I pop in, but the problem is, what am I going to do against Nano Ramatra? I try to kill the Tracer, but like I technically leave card here, but I don't think we would have. Yeah, I mean, there's 4 people here right now against 3, and they still have Ramatra ulti alive. I don't think this would have gone anywhere. Anyway, it's a good push for 1 minute. That's a really good push. Very happy with that. We did a little bit of discussions right now as to because our Moira was basically saying the enemy tank's getting a ton of value, and then we're like, okay, but our tank is getting value. And then everyone seems like, yeah, that's just what Overwatch 2 is like. It just is what it is. And then Moira's like, yeah, it's fine as long as our tank's getting enough value, which I think is fine. Like our stats are actually pretty similar in this game, but I think still I made more mistakes, which is understandable because they are somewhere between 4 to 5 ranks higher than me. All right, so I don't know why I'm looking at the Moira. So I decided to play D.Va here to switch things up because I assumed that he's going to play Winston. So now that I know, like, hey, he's committed to playing Winston, and I figure, hey, A, I want to hold this area, and B, I want to hold the next point. I also know they really like playing Ashe, right? They very clearly really like playing Ashe, and D.Va's better against Mercy as well, which they like playing. So did I know about Mercy? I think maybe Mercy I didn't think of, but for sure the Winston is like the #1 reason why I'm playing D.Va right now. So I'm going up. So you see, he goes up. I immediately burn him, right? My goal is to burn him down as fast as possible. He tries to kite me using the wall. He bubbles right here. I force the bubble out, which is great. Again, love seeing that early bubble that does nothing. He wants to stay on the platform so that he can do one more jump in. But the problem is there's not enough space in this bubble, so I'm still hitting him right here. You see, he's all the way over at the edge, and I'm still hitting his face, and I'm sure he's not thrilled about that. But that gets a surprisingly big deal. Once Tracer's here, I can't do this anymore, though. Burn down the bubble quickly just to burn him a little more. He decides to abort because he knows the Ashe is dead. I follow because I know the Ashe is dead. Purple gets popped. Almost demechs me here. Right, cut that super close. Right. The reason why I turned for DM right now is because I see the Tracer and I'm nervous the Tracer was going to kill somebody. Right. I give up high ground briefly just because I don't want to get poked by the Echo. I see Echo go. I want to burn the Winston right now. Oh, this was good aim. I remember when this happened live, I was really happy with how much damage I was doing to him. How much damage? Like, yeah. Look how much ulti I'm going to get out of this. The reason why his health's not going down quickly is because he's being pocketed right now. But, so I'm at 67 when this starts. This is like perfect. Every single missile hits and every single shot hits. So I get, what was it, 67? I get 15% ult charge just from that. Right? And then now I'm all the way at 88, 89. It's crazy how much damage I just did right there. So I know Echo's low. The reason why I'm like trying to peel the Winston right now, or rather prevent the Winston from setting up, but I hear the Echo start taking damage, and then I realize I should just dive the Echo. So that helps kill the Echo. Mercy tries to get the res right away. I totally understand this. This probably seems like a bad res, but the thing is, from the Mercy's perspective, if this res doesn't happen, there's no way they win the point anyway. So she could have like tried to juke and like fly over here and then try to fly back, but I understand this call. Like in this situation with 2.4 seconds left, like she kind of has to hope that I didn't like realize it and just like let this res go or something. Right, once I did that, it's over. There's nothing they can do now. Sleep there. I was trying to sleep DM it, but I just couldn't in time. Mediocre aim. That's it. Okay. Yeah, I did not play so great, but I played well enough. And sometimes you take them. It's obviously an extremely close game. I'm obviously happy to have won it. I think that mechanically, I think there were some issues there, right, on both D.Va and Winston that I'm not thrilled about. But I think overall, in terms of like my hero picks, and positioning, obviously when I didn't screw up, I think I was pretty happy with those choices. All right, I'm gonna stop there. Hopefully this was entertaining / educational.